guys, Kevin here with Texas Veteran Lawn Service. Another great episode. What we're covering today is I have 3 string trimmers by 3 different companies. So this first one, I have the Husqvarna 322L. Now these are all 2-cycle engines. This is the Stihl FS85 Pro Series, and that is the new Echo SRM 2620. I started my business out with this guy right here, May of last year, and I've had it ever since then. This one right here I actually found in the summertime. Someone was putting it out by their curb and had a sign on it said for free, so that was kind of cool. And then of course the Echo SRM 2620 I bought in the summertime of this year, back in August I think it was. I also have a couple different trimmer lines on here. I have 3 different trimmer lines I want to try. Now on this bump head here, this is actually the bump head that goes on the Echo, and it's the Speed Feed 400. But what's on here is the Stihl trimmer line, which is the well, I thought I knew where the package was. It's the CF. Oh, here it is. The CF3 Pro, and it's a 95. That's the size 95. And so we tried that. And so there's a couple things that I want to talk about this one. And then of course what we have on the Stihl is the ugly line that you can buy at Lowe's. Also the 105. I'm sorry, the 95. And then on the it's 105. And then what's on the Echo is the Black Diamond 95. And on the Husqvarna is also the Echo Black Diamond 95. Here's some features and benefits about each one. This is probably the smallest engine out of all of them. I think it's like a 22.3 or 22.5. And it's not your commercial use, but it's pretty darn close. It's really light. It's the lightest out of all 3. I'll tell you that right now. Now, it has an anti-vibration system on here, and it's the handle. So as you can see here, that vibrates, or it oscillates back and forth. So that's pretty cool. That's a great feature of it. The start and stop button automatically retracts. So when you're ready to stop, push it forward, shuts off, goes back in the on position, so you can crank it up. This also comes with the T35 Husqvarna head, which is my favorite trimmer head. And of course it's featuring the Black Diamond line. Look how wide that swath is. That's almost 2 feet, if not 2 feet. It's light. The Black Diamond line is light. It's at the 95, and it's their new design that came out this year. It's like a square, but then they twist it, and then at the corners of that square, they really make it a sharp, like 45-degree angle cut. And I tell you what, when it gets down by that grass, there's almost no air resistance, and it just slices that grass so easy. The best line I've ever used. Okay, straight shaft. I took the cover off. The thing about the covers or the shields, you're still going to get stuff kicked up at you. It really doesn't matter. To me, it was the same amount, but I took it off so I can have a wider swath, because with the shield on there, you're there all day, you know, trimming, and it's all about time. It starts real easy. You have your primer bubble here, and of course you're going to start. The choke is up right there, cranks up pretty good. I've never done a tune-up on this. Well, I'll take that back. I did have a new carburetor put on this year. There wasn't a reason to really. I just had another machine service, so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and put this one in there too. Go ahead and start it. It's a little cold today. There you go, a couple pulls ready to go. Let it warm up. And with it holding it just like this, I feel virtually no vibration. Even squeezing the trigger. As you can tell, it's still cold. And then in the off position, so I really like that. Air filters on this side, the fuel's on this side. I do like the fuel caps that have the indicators on them that show the fuel plus the drop, which means oil. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of people who have both. They have the 4-cycle and 2-cycle, and they'll get confused. So you might want to mark it on there, or just have all of one or the other. So this is a real good one. You can buy at Lowe's or other dealers. I want to say it was like $230, something like that, right around in there. Set that one out of the way. All right, so this guy here is a little heavier. Does not offer. I think there is a little anti-vibration right in here, a little rubber boot. That's what it feels like. This also has the Husqvarna T35 trimmer head on there, which is what I really liked. I had this line on there because I think that's at the end. I was just trying it out. But okay, so this is considerably heavier. Not a lot heavier, but it is a little heavier. And you have your on switch there, and then when you push off, it stays off. So you have to push it back every time that you want to start it. Air filters on this side. This is I think their first line of commercial equipment, the FS85. It says Pro Series, so I'm just guessing. Someone wants to correct me. Choke is up. Again. The only thing I do notice about this one, and I don't know if it's because it's worn in pretty good, but there's a lot of vibration here. When it's sitting there, it's fine when it's idling, but when you hit the trigger to get it to wind up, it vibrates real bad and then it smooths back out. So it could need some grease in that gearbox. I'm not really sure. I don't really use this because it has a heavy trigger. It wears my finger out. The trigger on this one is so light. You can hold it all day long. You can flutter it, whatever you want to do. If I had to choose between 1 or 3 of these machines, and that's what I was going to use all day, that was my job. The trimmer, it would be the Husqvarna for the two main reasons. One, it's light, and then 2, the trigger is real light. So I really like that. This is real good. Before I bought the Echo, I would use this one because it is a larger engine than that one. I'm not sure what the FS85 has, but I know it's larger than the 322, so maybe, I don't know, maybe 23, 25, I don't really know. I could be wrong, but anyways, I would use this one because I could put a bigger line on there and it would really whack down that pasture grass on those bigger properties I would have. And the shield was on that one, and I took the shield off of that for the same reason. Alright, so the new one here, that one has the ugly line, the 105. I didn't care too much for that. Alright, so this is the new Echo Pro Extreme 2620. I'd say it's heavier than both of those guys, that's for sure. But that's because it has a larger engine. It's like 25 cc's or something like that. It has a reduction in the gearbox to give it some low-end torque. It does have its on and off switch there, so you do have to move it either way. I wish one would kind of go up, you push it on, and then it would, or if you push it stop, it would always want to go back to that on position. But that's not the end of the world. It has a nice handle here that absorbs some vibration. Oh, the other anti-vibration is inside here. It's this long rubber boot. It's that long right there, where the one on the Stihl wasn't as long, and the Husqvarna was on the handle. So this one is right in here, so it absorbs a lot, which is really good. Here we're featuring the Husqvarna T35 trimmer head. Again, it's my favorite. It should spin a little more freely. It's probably time to put some grease in that gearbox. Again, look how long that swath is. You're looking at, it could go a little longer, but almost 2 feet. And with the engine that this one has, you could definitely go a tad bit longer and be fine. It does really well. What I really like about these new carburetors and the new performance engines is you don't have to sit there and crank all the time. You don't even have to push the bulb 5 or 6 or 8 times. Or if you want to push it 50 times, it really doesn't matter. You're not going to flood the engine. So that's the cool thing about it. All it's going to do is just push all that air out. You push the choke up, generally 2 to 4 pulls on choke, and you don't want to start. Then you kick it down on choke off, and it'll start right up with one pull. So now we're going to pull the choke up. 1, 2, 3, and it should be 1 pull. That's what I really love about this one. I don't know if it has to do with the compression or what. Something they did different in this high performance engine that, I mean, look, this thing is going crazy. That's a lot of torque. It's like a hot body. Almost full speed in a fraction of a second as those guys will wind up. Alright, so I'm going to show you something and how much torque is on here. When I let go and I squeeze that trigger, this whole machine is going to turn this way. Those ones don't do it near as bad because it doesn't have the big engine. Wow. A lot of torque. Definitely they've done something in the compression because it's like you can feel that piston just bam, 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 bam. And I think it travels like 200 times a second from down all the way up to top dead center, and then all the way back down is 200 times a second, I believe it is. Phenomenal engine. I've been using this since August, and this whole thing, it's a little heavy. The trigger is heavier than the other two, so it does wear me out a little bit. On the residential properties, it's not that bad because it edges real good if I don't want to use the stick edger. So this one does real well. What we're going to do is we're going to take this Echo, we're going to put on that other trimmer head, and we're going to use that Stihl line, and then we're going to compare it to this Stihl line. So we're going to do just a small section on the sidewalk, and we're going to see some of the differences. So come along. Start on this side right here actually, and we are going to use the Stihl trimmer line first, the CF3 something. And one of the things I don't care too much about that is it doesn't want to stay out here. It wants to just curl up, and I don't really care too much for that. But I tell you what, it is tough and durable, and it definitely lasts a long time. So we're going to we're going to cut from this end here, and we're going to go ahead and try that out. And what we're looking for is how easy it cuts the grass without having to go full power, because I don't always squeeze the trigger full power, and I normally do about half power. I hardly ever have to go full throttle, but with this bigger line I notice I have to do that because there's more air resistance, so it has to have more energy from the engine to push that line through the air and to cut, and I notice it doesn't quite cut as clean or as sharp. And did our, this one right here is going to be the Stihl line, okay, and then this one right here is going to be the Echo line. Now I kind of messed up a little bit, didn't quite make a straight line, but we're gonna go ahead and do another line right up here, Echo line. Actually, well, guys, you tried out the where you got to see firsthand all three trimmers. Well, I take that back. I did not use any of these other two. You just saw the difference between the two lines. I'm going to do some more demonstration down the road. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, definitely give me leave a comment. You can like, subscribe. And we're putting up videos all the time, how to repair things, unboxing brand new items, lawn service video, landscaping, all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to be doing some tree trimming, some other things this fall, so that'll be great. So I'm Kevin with Texas Veteran Lawn Service. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.